Greetings, brothers and sisters. Shalom, assalamu alaikum, adnastana. It's a cold winter's day. I was craving one of these again. Haven't had one in a few weeks. And I just didn't have time to go all the way over to the lodge today. So I decided to come over here to a park. I'm going to sit here, have this, maybe take a walk on these paths outside of here. But I also wanted to touch base with you. It's been a while since I met with you and kind of updated you on some of the plans here and some of what you have seen and what you will see going forward here on Points of Light Radio. If you noticed in 2025, we spent a lot of time 2024. 2024. If you noticed in 2024, we spent a lot of time studying fraternal history. Now, we're still going to study that in 2025, but if you also looked in 2025, we begin kind of building for this year. And one of the things we talked about, restoring brotherhood, right? Things of that nature, the ideal candidate, we studied that. Well, this year, we're gonna expand on that, and the theme for 2025 will be growth. Growth within our lodges. How do we grow our lodges and organizations? Because as you've heard me say before, when it comes to not just growing our lodges, but adding new lodges. Because if you've heard me say this before, we don't just grow our lodges and it ends there, right? We try to move our members, our qualified members, up to the appendant bodies and side orders of our organizations. We also try to plant new lodges. So, yeah, the theme for 2025 is going to be growth. We've seen a lot of, historically, like looking back over the last 2 years, the 3 years of Points of Light Radio, we've saw organizations that are doing it right, going all the way back to, shall we say, worshipful brother Giovanni Grippo from the Free Gardeners, how he was adding new lodges, Free Gardeners lodges within Europe. And of course, I'm proud to say we planted one over here as well in Canada. And that organization is going forward. I want to interview one of the brothers from there about what's happening with that. But, in 2 days' time, on the February 18th segment, which, like I said, is in 2 days, I will be bringing you a segment I did with a brother from the Royal Antediluvian Order of Buffaloes in Cyprus. And there again, the RAOB in Cyprus is growing by leaps and bounds. And one of the signs how they've grown as an organization is this brother, he recently opened an RAOB podcast. I just loved having him on here, bringing them on here, fellowshipping with them. It's a real sign of how they've grown, as I said, in Cyprus. And I'm going to say this. That sort of success leaves clues. It really does, right? I'm trying to reach out to a brother from the Orange Lodge in Manitoba. They're adding lodges down in Manitoba, as well as opening preceptories in Manitoba. That's a sign of real growth and maturity within an organization when they're doing that. So there's a lot of good things happening within fraternalism, okay? And that sort of, those success stories, they leave clues. So I really want to explore what it is they're doing right so we can all start doing it, right? So that's the theme for 2025, growth. Growth not just within our lodges, but also within us as members, let's just say, right? What are we getting from our degree in ritual work, and what are we, just as importantly, giving back to our lodges to help them grow? That's our theme, growth, 2025. Let's make it a year of growth here in Points of Light Radio. God bless you, and I look forward to bringing you that segment in 2 days.